Have you texted someone today? Has someone texted you? Well, don't worry, you're not the only one. Almost everyone texts nowadays, from little children to grandparents. I'm Bruce Bridges, and I'm going to talk to you today about text messaging, its history, its rise in popularity, and the future of it. Text messaging first became popular in the early 2000s, but it was held back because phones were not yet ready for text messaging. They still relied on the old number to letter system. For example, the number 2 had the letters A, B, and C assigned to it. In order to get to letter C, you had to press the number 2 3 times. You can see how this would make text messaging very frustrating and almost impossible to some. But now, we have phones that are solely dedicated to text messaging. They have full keyboards, and there are also phones with T9. T9 is a program that learns your keystrokes and learns the habits of your text messaging so it can complete words and sentences for you. It makes text messaging very convenient and very fast and easy to do. Texting has become so popular that phone companies have changed the way their plans are structured. Nowadays, we have unlimited texting. It has always been interesting to me how we have been talking on the phone for years now, and texting has come, so quickly that we have unlimited texting, but we still have regulations on how many minutes we can talk per month. It almost wants to shift people in the way of texting more than just calling someone because it's easier and cheaper and faster. You can be in a library somewhere where you're not allowed to talk, and you can still text them and get the message to them. It's very convenient. You can also be at a concert where you can't even hear yourself think, but you can still talk to the person beside you because you can text them. It's just a very fast, easy, and convenient way to talk. When I first started texting, people couldn't understand what I was sending them. I still had one of the old phones where you had to press the button several times just to get what you wanted. And since then, I've gotten better thanks to my girlfriend. She's pretty much a text addict. But I've gotten better. It just takes a little time and patience and practice, and anyone can be good at it, and I think that's why it's become so popular. It's something that the future generations have picked up on more so than the older ones, but I really believe that it's going to affect the future of our communication in a way that we aren't expecting because text messaging has come up so fast. It's probably evolved faster than anything else we have seen. It's really amazing to me to see a little 3 or 4-year-old girl or boy sitting there and texting someone when it was something that I didn't even pick up on until I was 16 or 17. But they can do that just as good as anybody out there, and that's always been very interesting to me. I also believe that text messaging is possibly so convenient that it will eventually replace actual phone conversations. I mean, once you start texting, you realize how easy it is. You can just be sitting there, you don't have to call them on the phone, you can just send them a text message and they'll respond, and you can have an actual conversation without even opening your mouth. You can be multitasking and they'll never know that you're distracted because you just have to send them a text every now and then. It's just so easy to do. I mean, anyone can pick up on it, but I really do believe that it's going to change the way we communicate with each other forever, and I really believe that it's eventually going to replace talking to each other for just texting. I mean, some people do that even now. I know of several people that would rather text someone than talk to them on the phone, but, in conclusion, we have talked about the history of text messaging, how it first came about with phones where you had to press the button 3 or 4 times just to get the letter you wanted, to phones that we have now where you have a full keyboard just like your desktop at home. And we've also talked about the convenience of texting. But lastly, we have talked about how it's going to have a lasting effect on our future generations and how communicating will never be the same now. But lastly, I want you to think about when you're sitting at home tonight and someone sends you a text message, just think about our presentation today and just think about how it's going to affect how you talk to that person and other people in the future. Thank you.